Let's talk about that feeling of being completely swamped. You know the one. We're going to explore a really powerful mental model today called the Clarity Rule. It's a simple but honestly life-changing shift in how you think about your day.
So let's just dive right in with the big question. Why do we feel so overwhelmed all the time? I mean, you know that feeling, right? Your to-do list is a mile long, your phone is buzzing nonstop. It just feels like you're treading water, barely keeping your head up. What's really going on there?
Well, a lot of people have a name for this feeling: decision fatigue. And it's a great way to think about it. Imagine your willpower, your mental energy is like a phone battery. Every single tiny choice you make, from what to eat for breakfast to which email to open first, it just drains a little bit of that power. By the end of the day, you're running on empty, and making any good decision feels impossible.
Now, this is where we usually get it wrong. We look at the mountain of work and we think the problem is there's just too much to do. That's the common belief. But what if the real reason we feel so drained isn't the volume of the work, but the fact that we have no idea where we're going? The direction just isn't clear.
Because think about it, when that clear direction is missing, our brains just descend into total chaos. We completely lose our ability to filter what's important from what isn't. We can't prioritize. We just don't know what actually matters.
And here's what that actually feels like in your day-to-day. Without a North Star, without a clear goal, suddenly everything feels important. That tiny little task seems just as big as your most critical project. Every single message that pops up feels like it needs a reply right now, because you don't have a system to judge its real priority. And of course, every new idea that pops into your head feels like the most urgent thing in the world, just adding to the mess.
The result of all this is a state that some people call an open loop. It's kind of like having 100 browser tabs open in your brain all at once. You're just constantly scanning, reevaluating, and jumping between things without ever really landing on a decision or, getting anything done. It is absolutely exhausting.
And here's the absolute heart of the matter. All of that frantic activity, that feeling of being so busy, that's not productivity. It's just noise. It's the static on the radio that's drowning out the actual music. It's all motion with zero real progress.
So if the problem is all this noise that's being created by a lack of direction, well, the solution is beautifully simple. And it's what we're here to talk about: the Clarity Rule. It's a mental model designed to do one thing: cut right through that noise.
Okay, so here's the rule in a nutshell. The main cause of overwhelm is not how much work you have, it's the lack of a clear direction. So the main solution isn't to work harder or faster, it's to stop and find clarity. That's it. Focus on getting one clear priority, and you'll find most of the other stuff just falls away or becomes way easier to manage.
So how do you actually put this into practice? It's a really simple three-step process. First, just acknowledge the feeling. Don't fight it. Just say, okay, I'm feeling overwhelmed. Second, challenge that default assumption. Ask yourself, is the problem really the amount of work, or do I just not know what the most important thing is right now? And third, actively seek out that clarity. Just stop what you're doing and define your number one priority. Ask, what does a win look like for the next 60 minutes?
And that's what I want to leave you with. The next time that wave of overwhelm starts to wash over you, just pause for a second. Ask yourself this: what here is productive and what is just noise? Where is that noise hiding in your work? And how can finding just a little bit of clarity help you finally tune it out?